Alrighty guys, as you can bring you guys another Dragon Ball Legends guide video. Today we're going to go ahead and be taking a look at TOP. So this is going to actually be a quick video, right? I wanted to go ahead and just give a couple tips and tricks to go ahead and succeed in the Tournament of Power game mode. So after we had the first preseason, this is still technically preseason. I wanted to go ahead and just give you some of the things that I am currently doing to go ahead and make sure that I'm getting some good points, to make sure that I'm getting the rewards at the end of these seasons. Right? Because I know a lot of people might be struggling with this. I know a lot of people got screwed over from the first preseason because of this. So I want to go ahead and just reiterate, do not click on auto mode. I think that's the first thing I want to go ahead and say is do not click on auto mode. I think auto mode is terrible and it really will screw you over. And another thing I wanted to go ahead and note is when you start, when you're at the very first tile, hopefully this video isn't too late for some of you guys. I know most of you guys have probably already started and stuff like this, but this is going to go ahead and be like for future videos and stuff like that. I already have another guide video that I still think is pretty helpful. I will update these as I go. I will go ahead and make a new video every time a new preseason comes out, a new season comes out, all that good stuff. But when you go into your teams, you guys have to keep in mind, this is the team I'm running. I do recommend this team. I'm going to go ahead and say, like, this is probably, like, one of the best teams to run right now because with this team, you're going to have so much healing that you guys might not even need to go ahead and land on any heal spaces. You guys are going to be able to go ahead and keep going on, landing on the fight spaces so you guys can constantly keep getting those points instead of being held back by the fact that you have to heal, right? Because all these characters on the screen right now, Majin Buu, he's going to heal. Baby, he's going to heal. He actually heals. The thing about Majin Buu and Baby, the reason why they're so good right now is because you look at their abilities and you can see that right there in the center of your attention right there, you have Baby, right? And then to his left, to his right, and on his own block, he actually is going to restore health by 3%, and he gives 30% to health restoration for 2 turns. Majin Buu does a very similar thing. To the left and to the right of him, he's going to be able to heal him. The rest of these regeneration members, they do have healing. A lot of people might be... honestly, this game mode is actually really good for Buu tanks. So a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you guys hate Buu tanks, but this is why he's actually really good in TOP. It's actually pretty crazy. So one of his abilities is at the very first start, at the start of your first turn, you get 100% to your special move gauge. So immediately, what you're gonna want to do is if you're going into a fight, you can target your characters. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys real quick. Wait, before we actually go and show you guys, but look, so you get 100% to special move gauge, meaning that on turn 1, this Buu tanks is going to be able to go ahead and use a super move, which is actually that has a ton of value. And speaking of super moves, so this Piccolo kind of has a similar ability. If you guys have this guy at 7-star, if you guys have him Zenkai Awaken, even better. But even at 2-star for me, I feel like he's still pretty decent, right? We can go ahead and look at his ability. So instead of on the first turn, at the start of the third turn, he's going to get 100% to his special move gauge as well. So more damage is going to equate to more points. It's going to equate to you getting like more kills. You want to make sure you get as much of your enemy down as possible. You want to go ahead and get as much damage as possible. And so having both of these characters have a guaranteed special move, that's going to increase your damage a lot. And so basically, my strategy here is that since I want to go ahead and take out my enemies as quickly as possible, so you guys know that Buu tank is going to be able to go ahead and just one shot, or he's going to be able to blue card a character right off rip. He's blue, so you might as well go for the red typing. So by doing this, by clicking on Whis, getting that little 1 on him, you know that he's going to immediately get a blue card off, right? You know that this Whis is probably dead on turn 1 because of the fact that I'm going to blue card him. And from there, you want to go ahead and choose wisely. I am running 2 blues, so I kind of do like to go for the greens and then stuff like that, right? I do like to go for the greens to go ahead and make sure that I'm not getting too much damage taken onto my Buu tanks or anything like that. And then you can see right here, actually, the attack order that I have 2 reds on my board right here because there is 3 yellows that I would be going against in that fight right there, right? So that's one thing to definitely keep note of. I think a lot of people are glancing over the fact that you need like equipments. Like I really do think it's weird, but equipments add so much ability bonus, and I feel like they do actually help a lot. I don't know. I'm not too sure on the exact science of the equips, but they can't help, right? Any kind of help you can get in this mode is going to be something beneficial to you. Alright, another thing I wanted to go ahead and talk about is going and looking at the leaderboards periodically, right? If you guys are just at a complete loss, you don't know how to build your teams, you guys don't have a regeneration team and stuff like that, or, you know, just look through the leaderboards. I feel like this is really good too. Another good option is just definitely just look through this and kind of just look at who's running what. And you can kind of see right here, a lot of people are running regen, a lot of people are running androids and stuff like that, and I think you're going to have a lot of success from just kind of like looking at these and kind kind of just gauging your stuff off of these guys right here, right? Because you can go ahead and click on these guys. You can kind of imitate their teams a little bit. Like you can see right here, this guy is running a regeneration setup where he has Baby. He's going to be healing his guys. He has Majin Buu who's going to be healing his guys as well. And so it's like this team is going to last a very, very long time, right? And it just, this is basically something you definitely have to keep note of. It's going to be hard to find other people that are not running regeneration, because I think as of right now, regeneration just seems to be the best. And I'm going to tell you guys why regeneration kind of just does seem to be the best. Because if we go to season details, we go to boost characters, you have pickup characters now. So not only do you have these guys who are boosting your score only by 2%, right? But you have pickup characters who are also going to be boosting your score by 4%. And most of the regeneration members are in this list. Like you see Fat Boo right here, you see Omega right here, you see Metal Cooler right here. You have a lot, even Kid Boo right there, right? You have a lot of regeneration members that are actually fit under this tag of tier 1 boost characters. So that's why you see a lot of regeneration users during this meta, right? It's probably going to change next season. But finding a team that's really, really best for you, like even right here, I can tell you guys right now that Saiyans would be amazing for this as well, just because this Vegeta's on this, and Vegeta actually heals up your team as well. So you want to kind of build those teams that are going to have an extreme longevity throughout this entire game mode. Alright, so the last thing that I wanted to go ahead and talk about is choosing your path wisely. So you don't want to go ahead and be stuck in a path where you're only getting like level 1 fists and stuff like that, right? You want to go ahead and make sure you're getting the highest difficulty so you can go ahead and get the highest amount of points. We can actually look at my battle log right here. You can see that I only did one fist, a single 1 fist stage because I really had no choice, but for the most part, I'm trying to do 3 fists, 2 fists, 2 fists, 3 fists, right? Because those, obviously, you can see right here, this 3 fist one up here gave me 750,000 points, and that's something that you definitely want to aim for a majority of the time, right? And so you can actually see this is the path that I kind of chose right here. So I went for the 3 fist first, went into the 2 fist, the 1 fist, the 2 fist, and the 3 fist. And it's not so clicky, it's not so clear as that, right? It's not as clear as day as that, because my main goal, where I ultimately want to end up, is when you go to the boss battle, I want to be able to challenge the 3 fist boss. So there's only one 3 fist boss, and he's all the way to the right. So I'm trying to make sure that my path lies all the way to the right, and then you can even go look further up. You're going to also have a 3 fist boss battle up here all the way to the right. So you can definitely, I feel like leaning more towards the right is definitely the best way to go, especially because I really don't want to land on a lot of these healing tiles. I don't want to land on these yellow tiles, right? I want to go ahead and just push through and get as many points as I possibly can. And then, as always, another thing that I actually just learned is that if you are in C League, like this league, we actually got promoted, right? I went into B League from last season, but if you were in C League and you stayed in C League, unfortunately, you are not going to be able to see the 3 fist stages, and that sucks. I think that's rigged. I think that should not be a thing, because it almost feels like you're being punished, like you can't get into higher rankings, right? Because you're going to miss out on a lot of points because of that aspect. I think, I don't know what the science behind it is, but I just know that if you are in C League, you will not be seeing the 3 fist stages. So do not panic if you do not see the 3 fist stages. It's purely the game. It's not like you're just tripping out or anything like that, right? So that being said, let me know if I missed anything here. Let me know if you guys are having any other strats, what teams you guys are specifically using that are I want to know if there's any like better teams that you guys have that you guys think are better for sure. All right, so that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, definitely let me know by leaving a like, a comment, or maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.